Hello students, this is Ritesh Mathur from the Department of Mechanical Engineering from Arya College of Engineering and IT, Jaipur. In this video lecture of engineering mechanics, we will discuss about the procedure to find out the reaction of support reaction. Okay, so what do you mean by support reaction? So when a number of forces are acting on a body and the body is supported on another body, then the second body exerts a force known as reactions on the first body at the point of contact so that the first body is in equilibrium. The second body is known as support, and the force exerted by the second body on the first body is known as support reactions. Now, there are various types of support, but there are mainly three supports which are important from subject point of view. First one is simple support or knife edge support. So, which you have seen in the figure A. Now, for figure B, the second body which is A and B, it acts the reaction. So that's why RA vertically upward, RB vertically upward. Then roller support. Now it is shown in your figure number A of second figure. Now again this also will act the upward. So RA and RB. And third one is your pin joint or hinge support. So for this there are two reactions. One is along your x direction, the horizontal it is Rax, and one is vertical that is Rav. Actually, the reaction is the resultant of these two reactions. The example of pin joint is your uh, when you open a door, it is hinge. That is nothing but your hinge joint. Now, the types of loading are three loadings as far as your subject point of view. One is your concentrated or point load, means the load which is act on a point. Second one is uniformly distributed load. Load means it is uniformly distributed over the entire surface. So it is represented by W unit per length, and it is the magnitude of this will be W into the length between these two. Suppose L is the length, then magnitude will be W into L, and the point of application will be at its CG, means at L by 2. Then third one is uniformly varying load. When it is being uniformly varying from one point to other point, then it is known as uniformly varying load. So in this figure, it is the combination of your UDL and one uniformly varying load. Okay. Now, how to find out the reaction of a beam? So there are two methods. One is a graphical and another one is analytical. But we will focus only on analytical method. Suppose in this figure, this is a beam, and at the two ends A and B, so the supports. So reaction will be RA and RB, and it is having two loads W1 and W2, which are at a distance perpendicular distance of L1 and L2 from the point A. So suppose at A and B there are two reactions, that is RA and RB. Now we assume that the beam is in equilibrium, so we will apply the equations of equilibrium, that is summation Fx equals to 0, summation Fy equals to 0, and summation of M equals to 0, that is summation of all horizontal forces equals to 0, summation of all vertical forces equals to 0, and summation of moment about any point will be equals to 0. Okay, so as there is no horizontal force in this case, so there are only two vertical forces, that is W1, W2, Ra and Rv. So we will apply only two equations, that is summation of Fy equals to 0 and summation of M equals to 0. So for the all vertical forces, summation Fy equals to 0. So all in this, all vertical upward will be equals to all vertical downward. So Ra plus Rb, that is vertical, equals to W1 plus W2, it is vertically downward. Then summation of M equals to 0, that is moment about any point. So you can choose any point, either A or B. So in this we choose the point A. So for this W1 into L1, it is a clockwise moment, that's why positive. W2 into L2, it is again clockwise movement, it is positive, and then due to RB, it is RB into L, but in the anti-clockwise direction. That's why it is negative. Okay, so from this we have calculate the value of RB, that is your W1 into L1 plus W2 into L2 whole divided by L. So once we have calculated the value of the RB, then we will put this value in equation number 1 and we can calculate the value of RA. Let us take one example. So in this simply supported beam, we will have to calculate the RA and RB. Okay, so first in this there is no horizontal force, so summation of x equals to 0. We will not apply this condition. So for all vertical forces, the summation Fy equals to 0. So what is this? All vertical upward, Ra plus Rb equals to all vertical downward, that is 3 plus 6 equals to 9. This is equation number 1. Then we will apply the summation of m equals to 0, means at A, point A, the summation of all moment will be equals to 0. So due to 3 and 6, it is 3 into 2 and 6 into 4. This is your clockwise movement, so it is positive, and RB into 6 is negative. So if we put in this equation, we will get 6 RB equals to 6 plus 24. So from this we have calculated the value of RB. Now put the value of RB in the equation RA plus RB equals to 9. We can find out the value of RA also. Now suppose you will have to calculate reaction of simply supported beam. Then suppose this is your problem, that you will have to determine the reaction at A, B and D. A, B and D. So there are two beams. One is your beam CD, another one is your beam AB. Okay. So since the load on the beam CD is vertical, so first we will take the beam CD. Okay. So this is a free body diagram for your CD. Okay. So we will have to find out reaction at D. Okay. So first we will convert all the forces in your this point load. Okay. So the distributed load is divided into a rectangle and a triangle. So load due to rectangle is nothing but magnitude, which is your length into width. So area of rectangle is 3 into 5, that is 15. This load will be acting through the CG. What is CG? It is L by 2, means it will act at 2.5 meter from the C. Now the load due to triangle, it is area of triangle. So 1 half into base into height. So half into base is 5 and height is previously it was 12, so 12 minus 3. Okay, so you will get 22.5 Newton. It will act at a distance CG. So the CG will be 2 by 3 from the C. Okay, 2 by 3 from the 0 point, that is your C. So at a distance of 10 by 3. Now if we take the moment of all the forces and equating them equals to 0. So 15 into 2.5 plus 22.5 into 10 by 3 minus, why minus? Because anti-clockwise, RD into 7 equals to 0. So from here, what is RD? RD is 16.07. And also from summation of Fy equals to 0, the RC plus RD, it is upward, equals to 15 plus 22.5, that is downward, the 37.5 Newton. So RC will be equals to 21.43 kilonewton. Since it is positive, so we can say that our assumption is right, that RC will act upward in CD. But in your AB, this RC will be act at same point in the downward position. Okay, so now we take the beam AB. So the reaction C on beam will act as a concentrated load and it will be in the opposite direction. So in the previous one it was in the upward direction. For the beam AB, it will act at the downward direction. Okay, now again taking moment about A. So RB into 5 equals to 21.43 that is a value of RC into 2. So from this RB is 8.57 kilonewton. Again summation of Fy equals to 0. So RA plus RB, it is vertically upward, equals to 21.23. Hence RA will be 12.86 kilonewton. Now let us take one more problem. In this figure, we will have to find out the reaction at R at A and B, that is your RA and RB. So length of beam is given. So let at A and B, RA and RB are the reaction. Now first we will draw the free body diagram. So in this, the force 20 Newton, which is inclined at an angle of 60 degree. So for this, we will have to resolve this force into horizontal and vertical direction. So vertically downward will be 20 sine 60, it is 17.32 Newton, and horizontally leftward it is 20 cos 60, that is 10 Newton. The force at E, it is 30 Newton. Okay, so for this the vertical component will be 30 sine 45, it is 21.21 Newton, and horizontal is towards right, 21.21 Newton. The force at B, it is 15 Newton, so its vertical component will be 15 sine of 80, it is 14.77 Newton, and the horizontal component which is left, it is your 15 cos of 80 degree, this is your 2.6 Newton. Now again we will apply the same thing, that is summation of Fx equals to 0. So Rx minus 10 plus 21.21 minus 2.6 equals to 0. Here as we can see that there are some horizontal forces, that's why we have applied the condition, that is summation of Fx equals to 0 to find out Rax. So in this the value of Rax is minus 8.61 Newton. So it shows that our assumed direction is wrong. Okay, so instead of Ra towards right, it will be Rax towards left. Okay, now to find Rb, let us take moments of all forces about A. Okay, means that is your summation of Ma equals to 0. So for this it is 50 into 20 plus 17.32 into how much, 20 plus 40, then 21.21 into 20 plus 40 plus 70, then plus 14.77 multiplied by 1.7 meter, and for RB it is minus RB into 1.7 meter, that is 170. Okay, if we put these values, it is 50 into 20 plus 20 sine 60 into 20 plus 40 plus 30 sine 45 into 20 plus 40 plus 70 plus 15 sine 80 into 170 minus 170 into B. So RB is 42.98 Newton. Now for RAY, we will apply summation of Fy equals to 0. So according to this, the vertical forces upward will be Ray plus Rb, and the vertically downward will be 50 plus 17.32 plus 21.21 plus 14.77. All these are vertically downward. So if we put the values in this equation, then Ray will be equals to 60.32 Newton. It is positive, we have already assumed upward. Now the reaction at A. So for this, Ra is under root Rax square plus Ray square. So it will be 60.92 Newton. The angle made by Ra with x direction will be tan theta equals to Ray upon Rax, which is your 81.87 degrees, which is shown in the figure that Rax is negative, so towards left Rx, vertically upward Ray. So total Ra is 60.92 at an angle theta, which is your 81.87 degree. Thank you.